Welcome back to my channel. So, sino sa inyo ang nakaranas na yung lending app o yung lending company, kinontak yung mga nasa contact list mo and pinagkalat na meron kang utang? Worse is, siniraan ka pa. As mentioned in my other videos, bawal po yan. In this video, I will share with you a recent Supreme Court ruling. Malalaman natin dito ano yung nangyari dito kay lending company after niyang kontakin yung mga nasa contact list ni borrower. And of course, we will also learn other lessons from this case. And this case is entitled Grace Tremillos versus Fast Cash or Fcash Global Lending Incorporated, decided in August 2025. Si Tremillos, siya yung nangutang kay Fcash. Dinemanda ni Tremillos si Fcash. Ito pala si Fcash, siya yung nag-ooperate ng Fast Cash app. So yung demanda ni Tremillos is for violation of Data Privacy Act daw dahil inaccess ni Fcash yung contact list ni Tremillos without her consent and inform everyone of the status of her loan. In addition, yung mga co-workers and friends ni Tremillos, sinabihan na guarantors daw siya ni Tremillos. And if hindi makabayad daw si Tremillos, sila yung pepersahin na magbayad. Ito naman si Tremillos nag-file, hindi sa korte, nag-file ng kaso sa National Privacy Commission. So now, meron kayong idea saan magpa-file sa mga ganitong cases. Pagka meron kayong actual case, of course, engage a lawyer near you. Yung mga sinabit na ebidensya ni Tremillos are the screenshots, yung mga text messages allegedly sent by Fcash dito sa mga recipients, and an email correspondence with the National Telecommunications Commission which contains the malicious messages na sinisend ni Fcash. So ito yung message. During the proceedings dito sa NPC, hindi nag-file ng pleadings itong si Fcash. So, wala siyang mga sinabit na mga papeles. Hanggang si NPC nag-award ng damages in favor kay Tremillos worth 15,000 pesos and nirecommend sa Department of Justice yung pagpa-file ng criminal case against dito kay Fcash for crimes of processing of personal information and sensitive personal information for unauthorized purposes and malicious disclosure under the Data Privacy Act. Nag-file ngayon si Fcash ng motion for reconsideration pero dininay ni NPC hanggang sa umakyat siya sa Court of Appeals. Dito nanalo si Fcash. Ang rason ng pagkapanalo ni Fcash dito ay dahil daw yung mga screenshots hindi daw authenticated. So, ibig sabihin, hindi dapat tinanggap yan as ebidensya. So, ito si Tremillos, siya yung umakyat ngayon sa Supreme Court. Dito nanalo si Tremillos. So, first of all, i-discuss muna natin ano ba yung proseso dito sa NPC para meron din kayong idea. And dito, tinalakay din yan sa Supreme Court ruling. So, si complainant magpa-file ng complaint sa NPC. Si NPC mag-a-assign ng investigating officer who will then evaluate itong complaint. If sufficient in form and substance, si IO, si investigating officer, will issue an order to confirm. So, yung kopya ng complaint and yung attachments shall be included in that order to confer for discovery. After that, meron tayong discovery conference report na isasubmit ni IO dito sa NPC. The respondent will be given an opportunity to file its comment doon sa discovery conference report. In the course of the proceedings, the parties may submit additional documents, evidence, witnesses, and more importantly, itong mga parties na to, pwede nilang i-examine yung mga evidence against them. After the termination of the investigation, itong si investigating officer, gagawa yan ng fact-finding report na isasubmit niya sa NPC. So, yan yung summary ng proseso. In this case, ito sa case ni Tremillos, both parties appeared before the discovery conference. And yung mga ebidensya against Fcash are available on record. But Fcash did not file its comment. Sabi ng Supreme Court, which is the shortest na isi-share ko sa inyo, settled is the rule that failure to interpose a timely objection to evidence shall be considered a waiver of the objection. Ibig sabihin, if hindi nag-object si Fcash doon sa mga screenshots, waive na yung objections niya and pwedeng ma-admit itong mga ebidensyang to. Sa proceedings before the NPC, may pagkakataon naman kasi si Fcash to question these evidence, itong mga screenshots, pero hindi niya ginawa. Take note, in this case, yung mga screenshots presented by Remilios were not identified and authenticated ng mga witnesses. Under the rules on electronic evidence, kailangan kasi itong mga witnesses na to authenticate itong screenshots of text messages. So, another important lesson from this case is if magpa-file ka ng kaso dito sa NPC, be sure na meron ka mga witnesses na magsasubmit ng kanilang mga affidavits para ma-authenticate nila itong mga screenshots of text messages. Allegedly, sinend ng isang lending company. Otherwise, pwede yan hindi tanggapin ng korte or in our case, ng NPC. Lalo na kung ang respondent is mag-o-object. So that's it for today's topic. Sana marami kayong natutunan. For now, please like this video, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit that notification bell icon para ma-notify kayo ng mga next videos ko na i-upload. Thank you very much.